lately we've been taking a look at Team Kamwa and the struggles that they've been having. Pacing, rise in competition, and chemistry as a duo have all been presenting themselves as issues in the few past weeks. But I think there's one key problem that could lead to Team Kamwa missing playoffs. Currently, Kamwa and his duo Rayskis are hitting one of the worst downturns in our league, and if you haven't been paying attention, you could have missed it. Sitting at 9th, if playoffs started today, Team Kamwa would be one of the only teams not currently in playoffs. Why is that, Stakers? We've already mentioned a few reasons, but I think the biggest underlying problem is this team's map pool. On the outside looking in at this team's record being 9-6, you would think that they're pretty well versed on almost every single map, but let's have a peek behind the curtain. Looking at the map records of Team Kamwa map by map, you can actually see that they have a very small map pool that they find success on. Currently, your map records on each map stand at 1-1 on Skyline, 1-2 on Rewind, 0-1 on Grind, 1-2 on Dealership, and Firing Range and Hacienda you haven't even played yet, which leaves bigger questions here for your playoff map pool. You then have your saving grace of the season, which is Protocol, where they have slammed teams holding a undefeated 6-0 record. With such a drastic fall off from 6-0 on Protocol to just 3-6 on all of the other 4 maps, it leaves this team really questioning what the result's going to be if they play any other map other than Protocol. And as I mentioned before, you're not typically going to feel really good about Hacienda or Firing Range given that you haven't had any competitive reps on them this season. So what's the difference between Protocol and every other map for them this season? Well, when we take a closer look at Protocol, I think it's the map that best suits this team and their style of play. The bottom A site gives you some fast and sometimes easy entry depending on to how the defense is set up, but also on the flip side, the size of Protocol also I believe helps them out as a duo given it is one of the larger maps in our map pool. A lot more space on this map that the defense just cannot cover, specifically inside of a 2v2, gives Kamwa a lot of freedom on the map, and especially in 1v2 scenarios, gives him a lot of open lanes to make plays happen. As things stand right now going into playoffs, your map pool compared to other teams in the league is just not where it needs to be if you want to take home that $1,000 prize coming on May 19th. So, will the Protocol Reapers themselves be able to transfer their style of play to the other maps before playoffs? Or is the lack of success across the board everywhere except for Protocol going to be the downfall of Team Kamwa?